just the last page, just the last line. Or yeah, actually, you know what? First, before we do that, let's go through all of our chords. So we're going to do it. Remember, you want this finger to look like a moon. You want it to go through really slowly like that. Okay. Oops, I had my hand on my string. All right. So we're going to go C. Then we're going to do F. Then G7. Then C7. And then D. Oh, I didn't do that well. Yes, Karen.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I could not do the D at all this week. There's something about the switching. Can you show me again how you switch from, what was the last one? Was it F? And then no, it was C7. Mm-hmm. And then how do you switch to the D?
Okay, so with D, unfortunately, there's no nice shortcut like with C7 to C or G7 to C. There's nothing like that. With D, you just have to lift up and put your fingers down. And the biggest
lift up. Ah, okay.
Yeah, there's nothing that makes the D easier, unfortunately. At least not that I know of. Yeah. And the biggest key to playing D is to make sure that your elbow's out and that you're at that angle so that it's not too hard to get all three fingers inside of that fret bar, okay?
I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
And the way I want you to practice it is this way. Okay, this is called hammering, by the way, and you'll actually end up doing this in some songs later on, but you know how I have you do this with your chords to get used to playing them? So you want to have a little bit of sound like this, okay, and just practice that, and you can look at your fingers if you want to make sure that they're in that fret, and then when you look away, you should be able to still hear it, and it should still sound the same, and that's called hammering. Okay, so that's the key for a lot of these. And with D, I want you to think of it as three fingers together down at the same time. It shouldn't be 1, 2, 3. It should be all three down together at the exact same time. And that's why hammering really helps. And you should practice the D chord that way. You should practice the F chord that way also. Both fingers going down at the exact same time for the F chord. Hammering those, all right? And the great thing about this is you can do this while you're watching TV or having a conversation or anything else, but you wanna get in the habit of doing that, hammering, putting your fingers on the strings at the same time, and that makes it much easier, okay? Now,
sorry, I have another question, Liz. So, because there's something I'm not getting. So if I do C7 and I'm strumming, and then to let go, I drop the guitar. The ukulele drops. So I'm not, something I'm not doing right?
That's a really good question. Okay, so when you're playing, this is I want everybody to pay attention to this because this is really important. Now, when you play C and C7, it's real easy to play them like this, where you drop your hand down or like that. If you do that, then when you go to the next chord, you're going to have to move your whole hand. What you want is as much as possible to not actually move your hand, just move your fingers. So when you play C, it should be like that with your fingers still up here. And then to go to F, see my fingers are still up here. So do you see how my hand is moving? But not my wrist. I'm not moving my wrist. Now, sometimes you will, as we go further along, you'll totally move your wrist. But if you can get in the habit of playing your chords without moving your wrist, then you're also holding onto the uke, and it really helps. So everybody just try that for a minute. Just try going C, and then play me a C chord. C, not C7, but C. Okay, now Karen, can you see, look at your fingers. Do you see how they're way down here? Do you see how your fingers are down here? Okay, don't do that. You want to have this hand actually touching your tuner, okay? You want to have that,
okay,
all
right.
And you want to keep it there when you're playing so that you never let your hand start playing down here, all right? If you do that, then later on you won't be able to. Kaya, do you see what I'm talking about? Yeah, do you see what I'm talking about? So when you're playing C, you're going like this. So I want you to keep your fingers up here. And that means that you have to have your hand out like that. Everybody just do this. Go really far out like that. Really far with your left arm. Go really far. Now, bring your left elbow in a little bit, but keep it touching. Don't go in so much. When you bring it in, keep it touching this tuner right here, okay?
Oh,
so you
okay.
want your hand touching that. And later on, you won't always have your hand touching that, but it's a great way to kind of check yourself when you're first learning. And remember, a lot of what we're doing is to get you super strong in the fundamentals so that then you can go on and play whatever you want. All right? If you're in the habit of doing this, then when you get into the hard stuff, you're not going to be able to do it because you're going to be having to do this all the time. Okay?
Oh,
So
okay.
does this make sense? So just write that down. Do whatever you need to do to remember that. You want to make sure that your hand is up here. Okay?
Yeah. So when I go from here to, I can do it if I keep my fingers like straight, but to then keep the claw at the same time, that's where I think it's all the pieces that I'm really struggling with.
For
If I'm here, because I'm trying to keep the claw, right? And then when I do this, this finger goes straight. It's like, that's what ends up happening to me. And I can't keep it.
Is it this finger right here that you're talking about?
No, this one.
Oh,
here.
interesting.
It goes straight. And okay. All right, I'll do my best. But that's what's happening is, so this transition from here and then to here to the F, the only way I can, right now I can do it is if this finger here is straight.
But it's not straight. It's totally bent. Oh,
yeah, but not at the knuckle.
The second knuckle isn't very bent. Is that what you're saying? This knuckle?
Yeah, that knuckle, that second knuckle isn't bent.
That's okay. I bet it's a bent just a little bit, and that's totally okay. That's totally okay. Right. Because see if you can see how my hand is playing that. So I've got this finger touching the string, and then I've got this knuckle bent just a bit, but there's no way that this is going to touch any other strings, which is the main reason that you want to use the claw. So it doesn't look as much like the claw as it might, but it's still the claw.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Okay, great. Thank you. I appreciate it. I think it's in the holding position that I'm just, yeah.
Right. And
I'll keep practicing.
Did you get a new ukulele?
I did.
Okay, this is it. This is the concert.
Yeah, it's the concert.
Okay, fantastic. Which did you get the Ola?
No, I got the Cordoba again.
Oh, good. Okay, good. I love Cordoba. I think that's great. Okay. So everyone's a little bit different and our hands are a little bit different, but this thing where you have your hand angled is so important. All right. If you learn this way, you are going to have to relearn later when you get into hard music. So if you can get in the habit of playing with your hand like this, you're going to not have to relearn later on and you'll be able to just go forward. Okay.
Okay.
So
all right, great. Thanks.
Great. And ARP family, you guys help each other when you're practicing. Okay, Nikki, if you can be sort of a mirror so you can help her. She's doing it even right this minute. See how her hand's down like there? You got to keep the hand up. All right. So that then you can play a lot of stuff later on. Okay, so everyone's going to do this. C, F, G7. Oh, I'm out of tune. C7 and D. Okay. All right, we'll start with you, Nikki. Sorry, you're in the top left.
Okay. So C, what's the order? I don't have my sheet in front of me that I wrote it down.
It's okay, I'll tell you. So play C. Do it really slow because I want to hear if your strings are ringing. Again. Great. F. Great. G7.
Oops, let me do that one again.
Great. C7. try not to go down here on your C7. Try to still keep your fingers up on C7.
Okay.
And then D.
Is that right? Is it supposed to sound like that?
No, it should ring a little bit more. It's about what part of your finger that you're touching when you do it. Remember, it needs to be the very, very edge.
Oh, okay. I'll work on that one.
Yeah, and the great thing is whenever you get a buzz, you can just do that one string until you get it sounding really good, and then do it as a chord. Okay, and now do the D chord.
This is my very awesomest one. It takes me like 10 minutes to get my fingers on there.
It's so hard to do the D chord. Do it again. Okay, so keep working on that one, all right? And the whole secret to the D chord is to not have your hand like this. If it's like this, you can fit them in there. If it's like that, you really can't.
Is this good though? The way, because I feel like I'm touching it right here, but I still can't squish them in there very good.
Try pressing down harder.
Okay.
Okay, that sounded better. Did you hear it sounding better? Press
Yeah.
harder with your thumb.
Okay. My thumb is pressing hard. I think I need to trim my nails again. Like Hannah said, I'm sick of trimming my nails.
Oh, you know what? I just taught a class yesterday. My nails were great, and now today they need to be trimmed again. It's crazy. So yeah, that's the bane of the ukulele player. And you know, professional ukulele players, they like do their nails in these specific ways that work for them, and they have to be really careful how they use their hands so they don't break their nails, and they want certain things a little bit long, and they'll have like part of their nails shaved and part of it longer and all this crazy stuff. It's really,
Dang.
yeah.
I knew they had some tricks because I don't know how those Polynesian dudes with those huge fingers are fitting them in these little frets.
I know. It's absolutely amazing. I mean, you look at Oz and those fingers, and then it's crazy. Yeah. So, okay. All right,
Okay.
Kaya.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you see? I can't see very good.
Great. F. Great. G7. Do that again. Great. C7. And then D. Do that one again. Great. Very good. All right. Good job. Okay, Daniela.
Good job. Let me go get.
All right, here we go. So C. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Then we had what?
F. Do that again. Good. G7. Do that again. And then C7. And then D. Great. And it'll sound better with your new uke. Yeah, good, good, good. Okay, Lauren. Nice.
Wait, you wanted F next, right?
F, yeah.
Okay. And G7?
Uh-huh. C7. And then D. Good, very nice. Yes, Hannah.
All right. C.
Yep. Great. Good. G7. C7. Do that one again. Good. And then D. Beautiful. Beautiful. Hi, little girl.
Say hi.
Hey, cutie. How are you? Good. Does your mommy sing songs to you? Does your
Mhm.
mom sing songs? Good, good. Okay. All right, good job. Okay, Karen, our only Karen today.
Okay.
Do that one again. Yep, good.
I'm choking the neck of my ukulele at the same time.
What do you mean choking it?
Well, I'm just like,
Oh,
like
I know.
grabbing it, like, yeah.
It'll get easier, I promise. It will.
Cool. Thanks.
Try doing it and bending these second knuckles just a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you hear that? Sounds nicer. And are you liking this ukulele more than the other one?
About the same, I think. I think I'm just whatever it is. It's not the ukulele, honey. It's me.
No, I really think it's just a matter of time,
Yeah.
just putting in the time. So, but it looks better on you. It looks like you're
Yeah,
more.
it does. It feels better. Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah.
Very
Okay.
good. Okay, James.
All right. Apologies in advance for the D chord. I've got Izzy sausage fingers. So, all right. Starting with C. Is that right?
That's right. Good. F. Do that again. Good. G7. Do that again. Good. C7. Good. And then D. Yeah, nice. And James, the big trick is how you angle your hand. That's the big trick for getting those in there. Yep.
Like if everything was like one string lower, I could pull it off. It's that getting up top.
I know.
Killer.
It's really hard. And a lot of it's going to be your thumb position. So you might need to pull your thumb down just a little bit lower
Okay.
on your uke. Because then
Okay.
when you move your hand lower, your thumb lower, it gives you all this extra room. See, if I
Right.
have my thumb up here, all I've got is that room. If I move my thumb down, now all of a sudden I have 3 extra inches.
Okay.
Right? Okay, good. All
That
right.
transition from the C7 to the D, just like yeah.
Yeah, that's a weird one. And it's not one that you'll play very often. So that's the good news.
Thanks.
Okay, David.
Did you say David?
I did.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, very nice. How do you feel about it? Do you feel like you're getting it? It sounds really good.
Yeah, I feel good. I feel like I'm getting it. My fingers hurt a lot, and so I take that as a good sign.
That is a good sign. That's sort of the last threshold that you have to go through before it stops hurting. So
If it's not hurting, I must be doing it wrong. So
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's how you know you're getting better. Okay, awesome. So let's do the exercise number 1 now. Just the last line. Okay, and we're gonna do down, down, up, down, down, up for our strum. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, down, up, G7, down, up, F, down, up, C, down, up, C, down, up, F, down, up, G7, down, up, C. Repeat, C, G7, last line, F, down, up, C, down, up, C, down, up, F, down, up, G7, down, up, C, down, up. Okay, some people weren't playing. What's going on? I'm going out of tune, so that's why I sound bad. But how are you doing? What's going on? Can you, is this okay?
Tracking the exercise.
What's that?
Just getting to the right exercise.
Oh, okay, sorry. All right. Okay, let's do that one more time. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, down, up, G7, down, up, F, down, up, C, down, up, C, down, up, F, down, up, G7, down, up, C, down, repeat, C, down, up, G7, down, up, F, down, up, C, down, up, C, down, up, F, down, up, G7, down, up, C, down, up. All right, so if you're having trouble with that, I want you to keep doing it, okay? Now let's do it with the other strum that we did last time, the strum number 5. Do you remember that one? Let's see. Did we do that in here? Did we do a new strum last time? Oh,
No,
sorry. Okay, then just do it exactly like that. Okay, and then the number 3 thing on your homework was, remember this thing, right? The hitting, okay? And remember, when you're doing G7, you go ahead and put your finger down and then you hit with the other 2. So you want to go 1, 2, and just keep hitting with the 2. All right? So, does anybody have any questions about that? It's just kind of, okay. All right, now let's go to song number 1, You Are My Sunshine. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, 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 C. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. Sorry, I'm out of tune. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. You are my sunshine. Okay, so let's have everybody play this for me, okay? So from the very beginning, let's have Daniela, you start, make sure you do the introduction. While you're doing that, I'm gonna tune so that I won't sound so bad.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
You are
Okay, now,
my...
Daniela, you don't hit and then start singing.
Okay, you start singing at the...
Right with the hit.
Okay. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sun. Oops. Sun. Okay, that is it. The sun's weird. Sunshine away. Can't wait for tomorrow. I can't hear you.
Sorry. Okay, I want you to start on please don't. So you're going to go, please don't take, right there. Okay.
Okay, so it's a C. Please don't take my sunshine away.
And you do 5 strums, which sounds really
5.
weird.
4, 5.
You are, and then go ahead and start singing
again.
again for the second
Okay.
verse. So do that one more time.
You are
Perfect.
my
Good job.
sunshine.
Awesome. Okay, Lauren.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. You are my sun.
Good job. Now, when you play your C, I'm noticing that you're doing very flat fingered. So I want you to work on that, okay?
Okay.
And part of it is if you have your other fingers up, it's harder to go flat fingered. So try
Okay.
that. But yep, sounds great. Okay, Hannah.
Okay. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. You are my sunshine.
Wait, good job. That was great. Way to go. Okay, good. Karen.
Okay, I'm having an anxiety attack right now. All right, here we go. You are my sunshine.
Karen, remember I
Yeah.
want you to do that hit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are, you want to hit.
Okay.
That kind
All
of gives it a little bit of percussive feel.
Okay. Okay. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. You are.
Good job. Good job. And remember, we're all learning. Everybody's learning, so you don't need to worry about it at all. Okay. The whole premise of SMF is that it's okay to make mistakes, and not only is it okay, but it's good because that's how you know if you're getting better. Okay?
Yeah. Well, listen, I'm a lot better than last week, so I'm making progress.
You are. I would say 100%. You're doing great. Okay, good. James.
Alrighty. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. The other night.
Good job. Very nice. Okay. Let's see. Kaya, you want to do it?
Sorry. Okay, here she is. Can you see it good?
Yeah. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine.
Okay. Good job. We're just doing the first verse twice because that's how we do it in our program. That was really good. Now, I want you to be careful about one thing. Sometimes you're not holding the chord long enough. You're switching sooner than you need to switch. Your chord changing is absolutely fantastic. You're not pausing. You're going right to the next chord. That's the hardest thing. And you're doing that perfectly. You're doing fantastic. The only thing is make sure that you hold each note long enough. Does that make sense? So you have those lines, the lines that go down, and that tells you how many times total you want to strum.
Sorry.
Okay, it's okay. It's a little hard to follow that, especially here where there's so many. You did great. That was really good. Okay, Nikki.
Okay. All right. You are my sunshine.
Okay, Nikki, what you want to do is start singing right when you hit. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are my, right as you hit. Okay, so do that again.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
Yeah, good. Except remember when you hit, you want to start singing again. That was really good. Now the hardest part on this song is that last line. Please
Yeah.
don't take my sunshine away. You got to be ready to go to that G7 from the C.
Yeah.
So when you're practicing this song, you want to practice that line a little bit more than the rest.
Okay.
Okay.
I have been practicing, Liz. Just
I know. I can tell. You're doing really well.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you're doing really good. Big improvement.
Thanks.
Yeah. Okay, David.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. You are my sunshine.
Very nice. Remember at the end, it's 5 strums.
Yeah,
It sounds weird that it'd be 5 and that you hit on the 5th and you start singing with
As soon
them.
as I did it, I realized it. I knew to come in and sing on the 6th one, but
Yeah, it's
but I didn't
weird.
str-
You're not used to hearing 5 in music. Very good. One thing I want you to do though, David, is I want you to try moving your hand up a little bit more this way. You should notice a difference in
I
your
was doing it.
sound. Do you notice the
Yeah.
difference? Yeah,
It's a bigger sound.
it is. And this is the ukulele sound that you really want, not this. This is sort of this is the one that, yeah. So everybody remember that. Okay, good. Okay, let's all do it together, okay? We'll go just a little bit faster. You ready? On the C chord, make sure your hands aren't down like this. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Okay, now that was fantastic, you guys. Everybody held their hand in one place. Nobody moved their hand in a different way when they were playing. I noticed something about my own playing. Sometimes when I'm playing the C chord, I do it like this, where my last knuckle actually bends up. And I can tell that because it never sounds as good. It's got to be bent that way. So when I play, I really have to work at that with my C, because as I've played over the years, I've gotten lazy. And now that I'm actually looking at my playing and trying to sound better, I'm noticing that it really sounds better if I do that. So watch that on your C, okay? And just don't let yourself do that one, all right? Very, very, very nice. Okay, let's go to song number 2. Shoe fly. Everybody got it? Okay, and this one, our strum pattern is down, down, up, down, down, up. Sorry, I'm in Arizona. The air is getting drier and drier as it gets more hot here. Okay, here we go. 1, 2. Oh, we'll wait for you, Karen. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, down, up, down, down, up, C, down, up, C. Shoe fly, don't bother me. Shoe fly, don't bother me. Shoe fly, don't bother me. For I belong to somebody. I feel How'd you do on that? Not so good? Okay, so Karen, what is it that's not going so good on this?
So what I'm noticing is, for some reason, my brain tracking between the strumming, right, and the chords. I end up strumming nonsense and trying. So in other words, I'm having trouble focusing on the strumming and the chords at the same time. So that piece is just.
Okay, and have you been practicing it without singing? Try playing it.
No.
Okay, so try playing it without singing, and I think that you'll find it's much easier. And then
Okay.
add the singing in. Okay, so let's all do this one time, no singing. We'll only go one time through. Okay, so now you really want to watch. And the nice thing about this one is it has the strum written in. Okay, so you can have it going in your head, but just don't sing out loud. So here we go. But for Karen, don't even do that. You just watch the music. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Karen, did you find that any easier?
No, but I need to practice. That's all.
Okay.
Let me just practice it. Yeah.
Okay, great. All right, so now let's go to the chord exercise that we had written out, the C, D, C, D, F, D, that one, okay? So it's one strum each. So C, D, C, D, right? And we'll go a little slower than that. We'll do it like this. C, D, C, D, okay? So as if they're half notes, they get 2 beats each, okay? So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, D, C, D. Keep going. C, D, C, D. And you want to keep doing this when you're practicing until it becomes easier. So every day, keep doing each one of them until it gets a little bit easier. All right? The goal is to be able to do it without looking. And remember, you have to play on the tips of your fingers. Hannah, it looks like you're not quite playing on the very tips of your fingers. So check that, okay? Okay, you want to make sure that you're playing on the very, very tip. All right? Okay, so, all right, James, we'll talk to you later. Okay, so let's do the number 2, F, D, F, D. Okay, here we go. F, 1, 2, 3, 4. F, D, F, D, F. Hannah, I want you to play a D for me, okay? I want you to really make sure your fingers like that. Play it, unmute yourself, okay? It looks like your nails are a little bit long, so you're not able to put your things right up against. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay, can you cut them down?
Yep.
Okay, all right, so then it won't look like that. And that's another reason you want to have your nails short when you're practicing, because playing with nails puts your hand in a different position. All right, so here we go. Let's do F and D again. 1, 2, 3, 4. F, D, F, D, F, D, F, D, F, D, Okay, and again, you keep doing that until you get that really good. And then now let's go to G7 and D. Okay, so G7, 1, 2, 3, 4. G7, D, G7, D, G7, D, G7, D, G7, D, G7, D, G7, D. Okay, now let's do the last one, C7 to D. This is the hardest one. 1, 2, 3, 4. C7, D, C7, D, C7, D, C7, D. Keep going. C7, D, C7, D, C7, D. Okay, very nice. Now, that's the thing you want to really work on, okay? You want to really put in time on that. Okay, so the main two that you want to put the most time into are the one string at a time, really listening, and this exercise. Okay, because this has you going back and forth with the chords. Okay, now let's go to the next song if you're happy and you know it. Now, if you're looking at this song and you look at the intro, so you're gonna, the strum is down, down, up, down, down, up. So you're gonna do C, down. Everybody look up here at my book, okay? C, down, up, G7, down, up, C, down, up, C, if you're. So you're gonna go play C, and then while you're doing down, up is when you sing if you're. Let me show you how this goes. C, down, up, G7, down, up, C, down, up, C. If you're happy, you see? So it's C, if you're, everybody got that? Okay, so let's try this. We'll go really slowly at the very beginning, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. C, down, up, G7, down, up, C, down, up, C. If you're happy, okay, let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, down, up, G7, down, up, C, down, up, C. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Okay, do we have that? Kinda? Okay, let's just try going through the whole song now. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, down, up, G7, down, up, C, down, up, C. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. All right, now there's a mistake in this because this is the time that I'm trying to get all the mistakes worked out, where it says on the third line, if you're happy and you know it, then you really ought to show it. Cross out ought and write either want or wanna. You really want to show it or you really want to show it. All right, so fix that. Ought to show it. I don't know why I have that. Okay, so let's do this song again. Here we go. From the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, down, up, G7, down, up, C, down, up, C. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you're just doing it again, clap your hands, clap, clap. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands, clap, clap. If you're happy and you know it, then you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands, clap, clap. All right, how are we doing with that? Everybody understand how it goes? Okay, and this is the first one that we have that we're going to do all the verses. And so you have to kind of really get to know it. So then when you go to the other verses, it's not too hard. Okay. So homework for this week is everything that we had last week, we're doing it again. Okay. And then we're adding, if you're happy and you know it. And then next week, I'm going to add something pretty big. So I want you guys to get this down really well so that then we can go on to the big thing. Okay. Does that sound good to everybody?
Sounds good to me.
Okay. So every day, 20 minutes. Let's see if you can have some calluses by next week. If you've been practicing the whole time, you should have some calluses, at least a little bit by next week. And if you haven't, just keep working on that. But remember, always practice until it hurts and then keep going after it hurts. That's how it gets built up, just like weightlifting, okay? You got to go past where it's easy. Yeah. And remember the claw. All right? Okay, I'll see you guys all next week. And
Hey, you guys have probably all seen this already, but there's a great video with the ukulele
Hey, so
player.
as some of you guys
seen
might
this?
know, I'm a music teacher, and I found that one of the best ways that I can process the whole transition to online learning and teaching is to write a song. So I wrote a song. I'd like to share that with you guys now. Here we go.
Funny.
Hey,
So I hope you guys are all coping better than that.
So Liz, I did notice that she was moving her hand around a lot.
yes.
Okay, maybe she was illustrating bad technique.
Was she? Okay. All right. I just wanted to check because I thought, wow, she's,
Well, but she also moved her hand up here. And so as we get more advanced, we are going to move our hand up here. But
okay.
she was playing some chords that we're not playing yet.
Okay.
So,
all right.
and
all
she
right.
was using some vocals that we haven't used yet.
No, listen, I've used that vocal, believe me. I have.
So what you do is you want to get really firm in this, so then when you move up, it's easier. All right. And even if we get really good at this, then when we move up, we're going to be able to keep our hands in this position as we move up, which keeps it a lot easier. If you get used to doing this and then playing up here when you go up, then look how much harder it is to go back. Do you see that? Whereas if I have my hand here and I'm going back and forth, how easy that is. Does that make sense? So just, get used to keeping your hand here. And you don't want it to be stiff. It's just that you just want to be moving your fingers as much as you can and not moving your whole hand. And you'll find as you do that you're holding the ukulele much better. All right?
Great.
Okay, thank you, David.
Thanks, David.
All right, love you guys. See you all next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Liz. See you
You're
all.
welcome. Good to see you again.
No,
And keep cutting on your hair. I thought it was going to get shorter.
I know. I'm shaving it next time. Just be
Okay.
ready.
Okay,
We'll make-
good. I'm waiting.
We'll
I
see.
love it like this, though. All right. Bye-bye.
See ya.